Welcome back, friends and patriots. I'm a day behind on the Q drops, but we're gonna cover them all. I'm gonna kind of speed read these. I'm not gonna read it all. MAGA girl is back from vacation. Right, let's dive right in. So we left off at 4793. Get an article from the Federalist. CIA Director Gina Haspel is blocking declassification of remaining Russiagate documents. So we can get to the bottom of this because this lady, scumbag here, won't release the docs. Because once those get released, that's going to implicate Obama, Comey, all sorts of other people. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but that is the gist of that. Some believe the protection of agency is what matters most. Some believe the declassification, public exposure of truth, in brackets. The rebuilding of agency is what matters most. Apply same to FBI. Apply same to state. Any attempt to buck the system, no matter severity of the crime, and they will fight back. Self-preservation. Shadow game. Prevent public exposure of truth. Why? People united have the power. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prejudice, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing inviolability the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism. It is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered, yet we have this conclusion with us, that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. Our favorite number, 17. Gives us a Twitter.
For a coup. Did you go for a coup? I don't remember. I know. I'll tell you, we caught him cold. It's about time that something happens, okay? It's about time that something happens. It's enough. We got plenty of information on these crooks. Bunch of crooks. Thing like that's never happened in the history of our country, and it's about time that something happens. Did you go for a coup? Did you go for a coup? I don't.
Marathon then. 4796. Robert W. Lauberger. Dear Judge Lauberger, I write respectfully to inform the court that I will be leaving the United States Attorney's Office. Accordingly, I request the entry of an order terminating my appearance in this matter. My colleague, AUSA Lucas Eikestroff, Isaacestroff? Okay, I think I'm saying that right. Has entered an appearance on behalf of the defendant and will continue to handle this case. We got a tweet from Nurse Deplorable. Hold up. U.S. Attorney of the South District of New York steps down, and Lucas Eisenkenstroff, Isaac Aroff, I don't know. I'm just gonna say Lucas, whatever, steps in. This is Comey's son-in-law, married to his daughter, Maureen Comey. And it gets interesting. So yeah, daughter married to Eisenstraw. Oh shit, you can't see that. Who cares? And that's just a link to that, to this tweet here. Eyes on, follow the family. 17. James Comey's daughter inspected missing Epstein suicide footage. Comey's daughter investigated Epstein's suicide and her husband does Ghislaine Maxwell's case. Do you believe in coincidences? Q. Facebook says, as part of its recent crackdown on our favorite Anon 17 and militia quote movements, it has removed 6,500 groups belonging to 300 organizations. Carissa Bell and Gandit. Alright, just same thing. Information warfare. Rebuffed by the Vatican, Pompeo assails China and aligns with Pope's critics. Pope Francis declined to see Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who was demanding a harder Vatican line on China. The Holy See said meeting just before U.S. election would be inappropriate. Geez, I wonder why. Because the Vatican is probably one of the most corrupt organizations, places on the face of this planet, if not the most evil as well. Inappropriate, just what the article said. I'm not gonna read this. I'll pause it. You guys can pause the video, read it for yourselves. It's just the video would take way too long, and you know my reading skills, they suck. It's not my strong suit. I'm more about the graphics and stuff. Okay, that's just the article. No, I'll pin the article. I just have to remember. When does a church become a playground? When does a church become a business? When does a church become political? When does a church become corrupt? When does a church become willfully blind? When does a church become controlled? And then we got this meme again. The hunt is on. Below the depths of DC swamp, the hunters become the hunted. Patriots are in control. Enjoy the show. Red October. So expect this month to be very interesting, folks, okay? No dates. I'm not. No specific dates when things are going to happen. They're just going to come out of the blue, I'm guessing. Like, just one day you're going to wake up and you'll be like, oh crap, this just went down. That's all we can do. Like, you know, there's no prediction. Steve Scully, moderator of the second presidential debate. He's going to be the moderator, right? Check it out. While attending college, he served as an intern in the office of Delaware Senator Sleepy Creepy Joe Biden. Rigged system? So his intern is going to be the moderator for the second debate? Yeah. Like they didn't plan that one out. You schmuck. Spy campaign. Failed. Russia. Failed. Wiseman, Mueller. Failed. Leaks. Failed. Fake news reports. Failed. Impeachment. Failed. CDC/WHO. Recommend. Do not close border. Failed. What if C-19 didn't exist? Economy today? It'd be booming. It'd probably be the best you've ever seen it. If it wasn't for this quote unquote pandemic, right? So that implies unemployment today. It's pretty low. I think it's down to like 8%. And that's even during the pandemic. Like, well, now places are opening up, so now people are starting to work again. Trade today. China phase 2 held accountable. Rally. POTUS versus Biden attendance. Biden interviews non-basement. Biden questions non-basement. Removal of delays regarding Durham. I don't know what that G plus means. Oops. Interviews plus testimony plus D class. Removal of Biden ammunition. Post debate 1 and 2 and 3. 200K dead. Down economy. Unemployment. Debt question mark. Removal of Maryland ballot harvesting plus fraud. Normal in-person voting. I'm voting in person. removal of tech, tyranny, censorship. WHO Foundation, anti-WHO equals suspend, terminate. C-19 basis, removal of ballot attempt regarding California and New York debt solution. Mathematical probability of C-19 event as solution to above. Perfectly timed. Window of opportunity. Start regarding impact November 3rd. Pre-election. Advisors D. Who benefits the most? Get a New York Times article. Trump administration strips CDC of control of coronavirus data. Yeah, because we know they were just manipulating the numbers. They want to keep California and New York and these other states shut down for as long as possible, preferably until after the election. Alright, this one's very important, folks. Fake doctored image / video dropped here regarding Epstein cell cam, the cell cam footage. There's going to be some fake photos out there explicitly designed to ban, terminate any Twitter users reposting. Do not take the bait, use discernment. 17. So if you see these pictures on Twitter, don't repost them, because they're not going to be real. He's already letting us know that this is what we're going to try to do. So if you're like, yeah, look, check this out, I got this new picture, and you repost it, they're going to be like, oh, banned. So it's a means of way of trying to bait and catch us people that want to spread truth information. Just because you see something that's true doesn't mean it is. It's like you always have to back it up with sauce. I did that a bunch of times, like 2 years ago. People were posting certain pictures and I would repost them, and then I'd be like, oh, they're fake. But I learned my lesson and I haven't done it since. $48.04 gives us a Twitter. United States obtains final judgment and permanent injunction against Edward Snowden. Yeah, and we all know that Snowden was trying to take down the NSA, and that was all Brennan. John Brennan. They all came up with that idea. I'll pin this one in the description too, so you guys can read it. You got a YouTube.
To anyone who acted criminally in this weekend's racist violence, you will be held fully accountable. Justice will be delivered. As I said on Saturday, we condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence. It has no place in America. And as I have said many times before, no matter the color of our skin, we all live under the same laws. We all salute the same great flag. And we are all made by the same Almighty God. We must love each other, show affection for each other, and unite together in condemnation of hatred, bigotry, and violence. We must rediscover the bonds of love and loyalty that bring us together as Americans. Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans. We are a nation founded on the truth that all of us are created equal. We are equal in the eyes of our Creator. We are equal under the law, and we are equal under our Constitution.
How many times must it be said? Pushed every election? Why? Divided we fall. D party con projection? Because they're the real racists. The KKK was founded by the Democratic Party. And those are facts. You can look it up, people. It's open source information. Just Google away, DuckDuckGo away, whatever search engine you used. I suggest DuckDuckGo. But yeah, that was back in 2017 when they had the Charlottesville? Those little protesters, and they were just calling all those people like white supremacists. Right? Get another Twitter status.
The Ku Klux Klan. I totally disavow David Duke. I've been doing it now for 2 weeks. You're probably about the 18th person that's asked me the question. It was very clear. That question was also talked about in the form of groups. I want to know, which groups are you talking about? You have to tell me which groups. Ultimately, he got to the Ku Klux Klan, which obviously I'm going to disavow. And by the way, if you look on my Twitter account, almost immediately after the program, they were disavowed again. You know, it's amazing. When I do something on Twitter, everybody picks it up, goes all over the place. But when I did this one, nobody ever picks it up. Take a look at my Twitter account. Thank you, sir. Hey, thank you. Thanks. Senator Rubin.
Are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
Are you
I'm
prepared
willing to do that.
So there you go. So on Tuesday night's debate, the same guy, Chris piece of shit Wallace, asked Trump the exact same question he asked him in 2016 when he was debating back then. Why are you asking the exact same question when you already got the answer, you moron? Something to think about. Fake news ain't gonna tell you that. They just wanna pin the idea that he's a white supremacist, when it's probably the opposite, the other side. It's called projection. They're projecting everything that they probably are on our duly elected president. And it's freaking disgusting and despicable. And that Chris Wallace, he should get fired. I was gonna say something else. Caught myself there. But yeah. D-Party Con, D-Party Playbook. Who are the real racists? The world is waking up. 17. Alright, so I'm all caught up on the Q stuff. Oops. I'm trying not to say that letter, because my channel can just get whoop, you're gone. I wanted to end it with just a couple of memes from this awesome channel. It's just this is Kaylee, and this is what she does to fake news.
Oh God, no.
Alright, and then one more thing. So it's happening again. So yeah, as I'm recording this video, there is another caravan of about 5,000 people heading to the border. Geez, just in time for the election. Isn't that convenient? And these people don't look poor, you know? They look like they're well fed, well clothed. I don't know why they're wearing masks. But yeah, just found that very interesting. Till the next one. God bless you all, patriots worldwide. And yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.